we are a grandmaster, it's only up from here. Bigger quests with bigger rewards and bigger threats to clear. 24 full years of questing to mix our deaths, we're doing fine. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2009. Welcome back to January 6th, 2009. Moving on to the next training we need to do. Unfortunately, we still can't store all the armor in the house yet. So it's going to be taking up 6 more inventory slots. Because we absolutely need to use ranged here. Grab out the whole spine set. Get our weight up to 83. Does mean things need to change a little bit here. We don't need some of this stuff. Like the anchor. Melee, no longer needed. 138,000 coins returned from our 230,000 coin investment. So it was a solid 90k there. Also the Barrow's gloves, while technically better than the spine gloves, we don't need the inventory space being used. So that can leave. 60,000 coins back on our 100,000 coin expenses. That gets our money up a little bit higher here again. That's something. Gonna move inventory around here a little bit. Got the axe, we got the lunar staff, and our main weapon of choice, the crystal bow. Much stronger. And also, almost completely out of charge. So we're gonna almost need to immediately go and deal with that. Leaving us with not a huge amount of inventory space. I was gonna drop the boots of lightness here. We got all these nature runes ready to alch stuff. Technically not enough for what we're going to be doing. We can definitely purchase plenty more with our almost 8 million coins, which is also going to be very useful very soon. It is back to summoning training. But to do that we need charms. We're going to get those from water fiends again. Mostly crimsons. Some blues, and just based on the amount of time it takes to get these stuff to use the gold charms, just really not going to mess with that. Also, that'd be another inventory space to deal with, which we currently don't have a lot. We're going to have crimson charms and blue charms, leaving us with 12 spaces for sharks that we're going to bring each time. So we're not going to be spending much time each trip at the water fiends, unfortunately. Gonna be a little bit before we can store these. But in the meantime, we're working with what we got. The crystal bow is turned back into a seed. It's quite a few charges, so it doesn't happen too often. Use crystal weapon seed with Ilfine here. And they recharged it for some amount of money. They didn't even give us a confirmation, but that's fine. That's what we wanted. It was an amount. Depending on how much it cost previously, it might have been like 600 or 800k or something. Every time we actually manage to use this up, it does cost less. Until it's down to only 200,000, which is pretty good. Anyways. Wild tangent. I think we can go to Entrana now for the Falador Diary. Do need to destroy the lunar staff and just go get that back when we need it. That's okay. We'll need to get rid of this at some point to go on here at all. But now that we got the anchor out of the way, that's fine now. So destroy that and start dropping just everything here. Travel to Entrana. And we already finished this. So it's actually just finishing for the rest of another time here. Travel back. Pick up everything we dropped on the ground. Oh no, that's a lot of things. Look at this pile of stuff that I'd like to keep. Oh boy. Now it's all a mess. That is officially completed. The diary here. Let's get our rewards. Sweet. Inventory here. Perfect. The easy stuff comes from Redbeard Frank, our matey. About the task system. Come from my reward. So you're finished. Well done. I believe congratulations are in order. I believe rewards are in order. Right you are. This is the first stage of the Foundor Shield, a buckler. Grants you access to a prayer restore ability and an emote. Each of these features can be triggered while wielding the shield. Prayer restore can also be activated from your inventory. Prayer restore ability can only be used once per day. Use back a quarter of your prayer points. As well as all these features, the shield's pretty handy in combat. Gives a small prayer boost. I've even thrown a bit of booty I found on my travels. Wow, thanks. If you should lose your shield, come back and see me for another one. Alright. We get the Foundor Shield 1. It's a buckler. And like I said, it comes with an emote. Defense from the shield. How fun. Also can use it to restore a quarter of our prayer points, which is something. That's pretty much it. XP lamp, Herblore, of course. 1000 XP, not bad. A little bit more reward if we go and get the medium lamp. Since we already did all the mediums. Unfortunately, we still can't complete the Foundor Hard Diary because we don't have a U/Magic Seed and we don't have the rune crafting level. We'll get there eventually. It would be a nice extra reward, which in the form of Herblore XP, mostly. But we're not there. Go over to the Chemist in Remington. House is not here. Couldn't use that teleport. Still in Taverley. Although, I might be changing up the summon ideas, but we'll worry about that later. Chemist. About the task system. Come for my reward. So you finished. Well done. I believe congratulations are in order. I believe rewards are in order. Right you are. Second stage of the Foundor Shield, a kite shield. Grants you all the benefits of the buckler, with increased prayer restore, and increased farming experience when using the patches near Falador. As before, prayer restore can only be used once per day, now restores half your prayer points. Increased farming experience is only available at the allotments, flower, and herb patches found just north of Port Sarum. As well as all these features, the shield is pretty handy in combat and gives you a good prayer boost. You can throw in an old lamp, try as it might, you can't fill it with fuel or get it to light. Wow, thanks. Shield, come back and see me for another. Alright. So, Shield 2. It's got a prayer bonus. Doesn't really matter. Because it's a shield. Emote. Still the same, but with a different shield, essentially. And the XP lamp. For 5,000 more Herblore. Not too bad. Alright. And then we'll just destroy it. I mean, technically we could keep it for its half of a prayer restore, but as we're currently standing, we're not even surviving long enough for that to be a problem. And we can always come back and get another, if we want to. We're at the circus now. Another week, another set of weeklies. This is a more important one than most of them have been, because we're gonna get some levels here. Already did the agility and magic, that was fine. There it is, 92 ranged. Here at the circus. There's actually some things at 92, which is, well, not yet. But we've got our crystal bow here, still. And we've put away the spined, wielded the Dagonhide just for inventory's sake. Because we're going to need that in a bit here. What we also got is a bunch of outfits finished. Let's talk about the ranged first. 92 ranged. That's the Saren God Bow, Blight Brown Crossbow, and Eldritch Crossbow. Those don't exist yet. For a lot of reasons. Also, most of the XP was actually from Water Fiends, where we've got 1,000 Crimson Charms and 944k just from drops and alks and such. Bringing our cash stack up to 8 million, which is pretty good. Gonna be spending a lot here pretty soon. Summoning. Let's look at the outfits from the circus here. We got this one. We got this one. And then this one, which doesn't have the boots with it. There's only 2 kinds of boots. There is a 12th thing that we're gonna get later. But not this week, because we don't have another thing we can do. But yeah, well, that's the circus. It's not the only weekly that we're going to get a level from here today. We have also got penguins, where we only get to use 7 of the 15 points because of XP conversions. 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Of course, all go into herblore. All at once. For level 75 herblore. Look at that. Well, that is a quest requirement. Ceremony's Blessing, Gothic's Gift, Zamak's Favor, Anti-Fire Mix, Strong Defense Potion, Torstal, Grand Strength Potion, Perfect Juju Woodcutting, Super Rune Crafting, Super Fishing Potion. Okay. Of those, we have Torstal, Anti-Fire Mix from the mess that is Barbarian Potions. I think that might be it for now. Perfect Jujus, Super Other Potions, Daemonheim, Herblore Habitat. That's going to be a problem, but we'll worry about that later. Because right now, we are going to worry about updates. Just a few things here before we get to the next thing we're doing. On January 9th, 2009, a lot of people were getting hacked and having their passwords stolen and just giving them out and getting brute forced and just general problems. So the 500 most common passwords are no longer allowed. If you have a very, very common, easily guessed password, you need to change it before you can log in again. That does mean there's now a new set of most common passwords, but they should be not as common as the first 500 were. That's the dream, at least. On January 13th, 2009, got a Q&A answers portion of the Betrayal at Falador book author on the forums. So, you'll see your answers to all the fun questions about the book. First one, at least. In-game, the logout timer has been increased from 90 seconds to 5 minutes. So if you're just sitting here AFK, you can sit here AFK for significantly longer. Move some words from the chat filter. There's now a Grand Exchange teleport option for the Varrock teleport if you've completed the parts of the Varrock diary. Puts you by the Grand Exchange instead of the center of Varrock. Kind of like the center of Varrock for most things though, so probably not going to go change that. The Phoenix Eggling from the Phoenix event. You can now pick up the egg if you don't have 72 summoning. So if you get it, you can hatch it later. Still not going to deal with that because of all the inventory space usage and the XP not being something we really care about too much. But it exists now. And also the not having 72 summoning is not going to be a problem much longer either, so we will worry about that probably never. Or maybe later. Depends what we're feeling. Once we can actually have pets, we'll think about it. Anyways, Dragon Daggers now work in coin share, which we're not going to worry about either. Stealing Creation Axe and Pickaxe now take 40 attack to wield like the rune ones do, and have appropriate combat stats. The update timer in-game telling you an update's coming now should be usually about 10 minutes. That's at least the plan. And you can't log in during the last 3 minutes. Just to make it so you're not logging in and getting immediately kicked out and having problems saving things and etc. Also, starting the Year of Improvements business with a new section in most updates, the patch notes. Essentially, it comes down to being dozens of smaller fixes. Graphical, quests, minigames, miscellaneous, combat, just pretty much everything. So instead of going through dozens of things, I'm just going to cherry pick some examples and more amusing things. There sometimes is still some impactful things in the patch notes. But a few examples for this first official patch notes. Some grass that was black has now been fixed to be green. The correct color for grass, most of the time. A farmer's face has been returned, because it was missing in low detail mode. The quest journal now tells you when you've successfully defeated the Black Knight Titan. Explain where you are in that quest. And you can use magical secateurs for in Pyre Need. So that's good. The correct number is now put in one of the interfaces in Stealing Creation, and more Stealing Creation quick chat options, which is nice. Everything on the Grand Exchange that was Addy is now specifically Adamant, to make everything actually the same correct name. And back into the Phoenix situation, the pouch now gives the correct amount of XP, as they changed what you used to make the pouch. And now it's correct. Oh yeah. Be a lot of various things this year. And then kind of going forwards. As it gets more complicated, there's more little fixes that need to be fixed. So, explaining every minute detail, I'm here for it. On January 16th, 2009, Armies of Gillinor is available on FunOrb. More FunOrb stuff. Good times. It is a turn-based strategy game where you command various units from different gods' armies, fight the other armies, control locations, get more points, upgrade your portal to spawn stronger guys. A single-player campaign and up to 8-player multiplayer fights you can do. Updates for that will happen too. Don't get every single update about FunOrb stuff on the main news here. Mostly just the actual new games and things. Back into the actual game we're playing here on January 20th, 2009. Starting with the patch notes, because why not? Arm guards, which you can have around your wrists, are now correctly silver and gold, based on what you've chosen, instead of being green for some reason. A wall has returned in Seers Village. You can't clip into signposts and stand there looking like a scarecrow, being all weird. The key from Morning's End can now go on a key ring, and reduced some penguin wander ranges for the actual penguin hunting. They still have really wildly large wander ranges, some of them though. Makes it nice to get them stuck in various places. Intentionally. And, slightly more morbidly, the 99 Slayer unlock message telling you that you can go get your Slayer cape now accounts for if Duradel is dead. So, that's something. More slightly larger updates. Because there's the patch notes, and then there's in the other news, and then there's the main thing. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. You can now do a right-click message for messages you've sent to someone to send them another message. The crystal bow and shield have had their ALK prices changed, specifically reduced. So, beware if you're bringing them into PvP or dangerous places. You might lose them now, because deaths are still based on ALK value, I believe. The Slayer Ring, Combat Bracelet, and Skills Necklace have had their operation delay removed, so you now teleport quicker. And that's going to be very relevant here, very momentarily. Because we've got the actual update here. The Seers Village Diary. Could go teleport to Seers Village. That makes sense. Let's go over to Seers Village. We're going to obviously need to go get things to actually do the diary here, but we'll at least be in the right place. Seers Village. And also like Catherby and Camelot and the coal trucks and a little bit to the south too. In general, this kind of area. We go into our achievements here, area tasks, Seers Village, easy, medium, and hard. Already completed quite a few tasks. So we're gonna do like we normally do. Go do the things we already did, then do the things that we need to do. Only a few problems in this diary. Catherby definitely isn't a large enough place to have its own diary, so having it be part of Seers does make sense. Other side of the mountain here in Taverley. I'm sure there's anything really over there. Anyways, trade the candle maker to purchase a candle. That's one of the tasks. I've done this many times in order to get candles for light sources. It's just a convenient location for that. Next thing we need to do is net harpoon. We need to catch a specific kind of fish. A mackerel. Did a whole bunch of this when hunting for crystal keys or something. Whatever we were doing. There it is. Mackerel. There you go. Moving around to a few more locations here. Sir Galahad has given us a cup of tea. That's just gonna kinda happen during Holy Grail anyways. Well, there is that. Just dropped his tea in his house. Teleport away. Wild stuff out here. We're getting all over the place. Doing all sorts of things. Doing a very specific list of things. The list of things has only very slightly changed. Anyways, next we got stuff actually here in Seers Village, which makes sense for the Seers Village achievement diary. Pick 5 flax. We're on the flax field. Still does not give farming XP, but we actually have farming as a skill now, so it's not as big of a giant mess of things that shouldn't be happening. And then we just take the flax over here. The flax picking was in itself one of the tasks. And then another task is the bowstrings. There you go. Make some bowstrings. Have a good time. We're having a good time. And then we're just going to drop all the bowstrings. Technically we're going to need one later, but again, we can always just come and get more. We'll see if we just can have it in the inventory. Save some problems, I guess. It's fine. That's much later, though. Need to use some prayer here to pray at the altar here at Seers Village. Other than that, at some point. Not typically where I go to recharge my prayer. Especially now that I have an altar in the house. That's pretty nice for recharge and prayer, obviously. Last task that we already did, we did way back in RuneScape Classic, probably. Because that is when Murder Mystery was a thing. I think. It's been a while. It's been a lot. Murder Mystery? Up this way? I think so, yeah. It's a very old quest. You can just see it on the list here. Quests. Gonna be in 2003. Yep, there it is. Murder Mystery. Where we had to come in and make a bunch of pots of flour for Dustin for fingerprints. Then we need to fill 5 more pots of flour here for that last task. Only requires partial completion of the quest to get in here and look at it, but there you go. Nothing else we need to put flour on. And now, for the easy tasks that we haven't done before. There's some interesting ones. This is a very strange task here. Bring a poisoned chalice to King Arthur. You've chosen poorly. Excuse me? Sorry, I mean, thank you. Most refreshing. Are you sure that stuff's safe to drink? Oh yes, Stinker's creations may be dangerous for those with weak constitutions, but personally, I find them rather invigorating. Alright. Yeah, that is from Stinkers, the guy at the coal trucks. We're gonna be going there later. Oh, we're gonna be going there later. Anyways, Yeah, Poison Chalice can give a +1 crafting. So we have 79 here. Made it glory earlier. That's still in the house. It's still a mess. Can't take it out. Don't know if they fixed that yet. I don't know. Anyways, other things that we need to do here. Over in the Forester's Arms, went and grabbed some ciders from the pub in the Dungeon of Miscellanea. Use cider on people in the pub here. Ah, a glass of cider. That's very generous of you. Don't mind if I do, thanks. And we just need to give that to 5 people, or 1 person 5 times. Also works. This guy's getting all the cider. They don't have cider here, which is a different thing. And there it is, the task. Very good. And we're done. Skipped 1 task over this way. There's another weird one. There's definitely some interesting things in the achievement diaries / tasks and all this. Walk clockwise around the big mysterious statue. That's this. It's also walk. Walk around the statue. Let's keep going. Why? Well, because you made the task. That's why. Statue. Successfully walked, I guess. Next up, some farming. In the farming patch over here, we've got jute seeds that we stole from a master farmer. Very successful, very cool. Might as well get all the farming stuff, make it as good as we can here. We got another set of super compost collected and rotting again. Keeping that up to date. Plant some jute. I think we might plant a jute somewhere else. That's okay. And we need that bucket for other things, so that's fine. We need this other piece of jute, or these weeds, really. All this back away. There's still 32 buckets max. Becomes more later. Alright. Let's plant some jute. And then, last easy task we need to do is back up in the Sinclair Mansion again. Could have possibly done this when we were here the first time, but we didn't have a bucket. So, with the bucket, we will milk this dairy cow. And then churn some stuff. There's a dairy churn. Let's probably go for the quickest one. Or I think churning has been updated. There's also this milk cellar that doesn't exist either. That would have also been convenient. Anyways, churn a pot of cream. There you go. Use the churn to churn. It's been churned. And now, that's the easy task set complete. We'll turn this in with a seer in Seers Village. Shocking, I know. Seers Village, getting the Seers Village reward. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Just talk to any seer over here. There's plenty of them. It is Seers Village. Not too surprising, is it? Seer. Oh, it was that dark forest. It's like never since anything like it. Not yet, you haven't. Anyway, sorry about that. About the task system. I have completed the easy tasks in the Seers Village set. Well done, adventurer. You are clearly a man of great wisdom. I have a gift for you. Seer hands you a strange-looking headband and a rusty lamp. You're now an honorary seer, and Joffrey, who works in the field to the south, will give you free flax every day. Don't call him Joffrey, though. He prefers to be known as Flax. 30 free flax. Is that it? Yeah, pretty much, actually. The rewards are going to be updated soon to be more impressive. But besides that, 30 free flax per day. We also get the chance of producing more arrows when fletching. Or something. And this little headband. And a lamp. That's it. Herbal XP, 1,000. Brilliant. So yeah, there's a lot of other things that are not rewards yet. Specifically, double logs and the heaven being a light source, and yeah, and coal things. Some of those come in later here. Now it's time to move on to the medium diary. Lots that we've already done again. Another task that we already finished in a quest. Highest point in Seers village has been reached upon the roof for one small favor. It's interesting how it's a slightly different situation when you've done things before the diary came out, you need to go do them again. Or if you're making a new account after the diaries come out, you just kind of get things done. Well, that's nice. Another easy one. Teleport to Camelot. Wow, we're right here. We get our runes sorted a little bit more here. In terms of total numbers, we're not quite where we need to be. Well, that's alright. Another task we can do while we're just here, without needing to go get more things, realistically, is back up towards the Seers village. And back up towards the Sinclair Manor. This time it's not actually in the Sinclair Manor, though. Let's go a little bit further and cross the log to the Fremnik province. Somewhat a Fremnik task for being in the Fremnik area, but it's also just here. Either direction gets you where you're going. Just need to cross the log balance. Walk across it, and immediately walk back so we're still in Seers village near the Sinclair mansion here. And that's that one done. Multi-step task. Catch a raw bass, and then go cook it. For some of these multi-step things, you need to do the whole thing at once, or it resets everything weirdly. Let's make it work. Make it work. This is a sink. Need to cook at the range, turns out. Cook a bass. Already did that, of course. We drop all the fish. We could cook them, but we really don't need more cooking XP, obviously. 102 cooking. Next up, we need to get a little fish. Got fish for this bowl. Yes, you can. Once again, get a little net, fish in the aquarium, and now we have a fish. Examine our fish. It's got a tiny green fish. Play with our fish. Jump. The fish bumps in the side of the bowl, swims some more. Good fish. Now we're going to put the fish back in. Put the contaminants fish in the aquarium, we'll empty it, and you'll lose the fish. Yes, that's better. Set the fish free. There you go. Better than dropping it on the floor. Devastating stuff out here. Alright. Last two medium tasks we've already done. Going to take a little bit. Here is an earlier range thing we did. Now we're doing it again, because we need to, for the task. Competition judge. Hit 1,000 archery tickets. Talk to him about it. And he would say something about, wow, you have 1,000 archery tickets for the first time. But we already did it, so he's not going to say it again. So now we have the 1,000 archery tickets. Congratulations, we did it. Got this maple short bow from the Rainstorm Varrock. Probably could have bought it here or something, doesn't matter. Ticket, trading. What does this cost? We'll get a green D high body and Alkit, I guess. It's fine. Buy something with archery tickets. Woo. Alchemy. We got 4K from all that. I think we spent more on the competitions, so whatever. Anyways, well, that is that taken care of. And now, we have the medium task that we haven't done before. I guess this is slightly different. You need to go upstairs in the Ranging Guild and fight the archers at all 4 sides. Kill them with a regular longbow. It's now a shield bow because longbows don't exist anymore. Evolution of combat, etc., etc. They can even fire good arrows, so we're just going to go for it here. Protect from range, because why not? I don't think they're going to be too dangerous here. These are the highest level ones, level 56. Potentially. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Move over to this side. Kill the lower level ones. These guys don't stand a chance. We do have 92 range, so you would hope we would do at least decently here. Yeah, this is not a good weapon. Doesn't matter. Prayer also completely unnecessary. That's alright. What is all 4 guards defeated? Well, 1 of each guard. There's still more of them. Also don't need these arrows or this bow anymore. At least you can get that here, which is convenient. Another thing nearby the area here. So step back on for inventory space. Another thing we don't need any equipment for, which is also another big win. We need to go talk to Thormac. Not sure if we just never worried about this before. Probably just didn't have a battle staff to talk about this, to worry about the mystic battle staffs. Ooh, level 40 weapon. Got a level 60 weapon for magic from the mage arena business. So I just kind of skipped past this, essentially. All the way up the tower here. Dr. Thormac. Thank you for rescuing my scorpions. That's awesome. So you enchant my battle staff for me? Yes, although it will cost you 40,000 coins for the materials. What kind of staff did you want enchanting? None of them. Don't need a mystic staff. Thank you for talking to me, though. For the task. Okay. Here's a summoning task. Pyre Lord, or I guess Forge Regent also works. Pyre Lord's easier. Used one of our 1,000 Crimson Charms and a tinderbox. Burn a maple log with a familiar. Neat. Yeah, this guy just following us around for a bit. Being on fire, being a cool guy. Bring him down into the Elemental Workshop, where we must slay one of each element guys. We are currently wearing mage robes and a crystal bow, which isn't the best combo. That's okay. These are weak enough that we just do it anyways. Looks like we killed a earth and a water elemental previously. We'll just do it again. Officially complete the task here. After the diary comes out. Very important. There you go. One shot, everybody. Win the game. There you go. And now there's only one task left. And that is it. Kinda. Transport a full load of coal to Seers Village. Even though it's here, it's also in Seers Village. That's also too many pieces of coal. Full load here is 224 pieces. Originally it was 120. But also, the coal automatically goes in the coal truck, so that's okay. I'll take what I can get here. And that is the medium task complete. And we talk to the guy that's right here. How convenient for us. Hello, bold adventurer. About the task system. I have completed the medium task in Seers Village set. Can I have a reward? Well done. I have a reward for you. I'll just anoint your headband with one of my mixtures. Oh, and here's an old lamp I had lying around. Snickers pours a chalice containing a vile-looking concoction. Produces the chalice if it has a vile-looking concoction. Pours it all over your headband. Thank you, I guess? Don't worry. We may be a little sticky for a while. And then we get to the rewards portion, which is completely different. 60 flax per day, that's still correct. We could technically make some bowstrings out of that or something, if we cared enough. Aside from the 60 flax per day, The rewards are 10% more XP for chopping maple logs in Seers Village, and an extra log from regular trees in Seers Village, and that's it. So a bit more flax per day, and then some wood cutting bonuses specifically only in Seers Village. Honestly, 5,000 Herbal XP is the better reward. There we go. And here's Seers Headband 2. Looks like a light with a big eye on it. Isn't. It's not. Later it is. We'll get to that. Now the hard tasks. It's a little bit out of control, honestly. As we will see. There are only 2 hard tasks that we've done before. First up, we need to go to McGruber's Wood Fairy Ring, which is pretty self-explanatory, and not really high requirements because you can get in here in the middle of the quest. And the other one that we've already done, we need to go actually to Seers Village. We got our axe, we got some other things. I don't think we really need the pickaxe anymore right now. I'm going to look through the rest of these tasks first, obviously. We need to go and chop down some yews. We got our adamant hatchet, which is because we're going to get right now. Rune hatchet is a problem. Dragon hatchet also exists. I'm going to wait a little bit on those, though. There's definitely some things that are going to make having better tools more worthwhile going to get. And then also, better tools will also exist later. That's a whole separate part of it. Adamant hatchet, not amazing. Gets the job done, though. Of course, there's also all the wood cutting changes. Everything's different levels, everything's all weird. At any rate, we've got many things to do. Many things to do. Once we chop 5 yew logs. Don't need these yew logs for anything else. It's specifically magic logs, but we will get to that later. Just need to chop the 5. We did quite a bit of yew chopping for fletching and making money a long time back. The 96 wood cutting is definitely helping. There we go. 6 yew logs, which is more than we need, honestly. Let's go get things we need for the other tasks that we haven't done before. These tasks harken back to Seers being a fletching paradise and capital of people doing fletch and stuff. Also kind of Yanil, but well, that doesn't matter because trade restrictions and grand exchange and etc. We also don't have a knife, that'd be helpful. While we run over here, though, we can burn a magic log with our Pyre Lord here. Totally counts. Also takes 75 fire making, which honestly is a little bit of a high level compared to some of the other hard tasks that have existed in the other diaries. Does kind of lead to what's going to happen later with diaries and requirements and things like that. Another thing we need to do is string a magic short bow here. It's going to do one of them. String it with the bowstring we made earlier. Now that's thinking. String a magic short bow in Seers Village Bank. And that requires 80 fletching, which is also pretty wild. And then High Elk, the magic short bow. Again, in Seers Village Bank. Very appropriate. For a little bit of money. That's alright. And then we have this other log, which we don't really need. It's going to burn that too. More fire making XP. Not too bad. Prayer. Piety. 70 prayer requirement. Walk into the courthouse. And that is that one done. Also requires 70 defense. So, Definitely some 70s and 80s required here. Pretty wild. Next tasks are also very similar to those levels. 76 fishing to fish 5 sharks in Catherby here. Got a 6th shark because of the random fishing cape bonus, etc., etc. Now we just need to cook them with the cooking gauntlets. And 80 cooking. We have 99 cooking. So we actually can't burn it here. Well, that's convenient. Also, more cooking XP, which we totally need. It's probably going to happen at some point here. Probably going to happen at some point. Catch. And then also cook. 2 different tasks. 76, 80. My goodness. You'll probably just... No, don't really have the space. I was going to say, I'm going to keep these for running through the place, but probably not going to work. Alright. Next 2 tasks can be combined pretty well here. So we'll do those. Island time. Here at the water obelisk. Going to charge some water orbs. Only 56 magic and getting the orbs. Glass blowing continues to be an annoyance. Since for whatever reason the charter ships have no stock for things. Whatever. Here is all 5 water orbs. 150 water runes, 15 cosmic runes. All in one go. You'll have to see it. And then we grapple off the island. With the grapple that we kept from the previous achievement haggis. Was a good decision. It's always nice to have the thing that you need for the thing that you're going to do later. And that is that one. We don't need that. Don't need the water orbs. Could go get like battle staffs or something, make some money from it. We don't need money right now. What we do need is to do the last and final hard Seers Village task. Teleport to the Ranging Guild. If it was just that easy. Teleport to the Ranging Guild needs a combat bracelet. Combat bracelet is a Dragonstone bracelet. A Dragonstone bracelet needs a Dragonstone. We need a Dragonstone. Continues to be a very annoying thing to get. We are going back to Puro, I think. Probably our best bet. Magpies and Dragon Implings for a chance of getting Crystal Keys and Dragonstones. Ninja Implings if we see them for potential Alks. It also means we're going to need to go and make the net with the stuff and make the jar with the anchovies and yeah, Puro. It's a whole situation. I got glories while looking for Dragonstones. Seems about right, doesn't it? That took more than an hour and a half of implings. On plus side, 336,000 more coins here. 8.3 mil. And also, baby dragon bones and pineapple seeds. That's going to be useful. To go and get the gold and do the cutting and bring it to the crystal chest and the necklace, the bracelet mold and enchanting runes. And here's an unfortunate situation. To teleport, it needs to have charges. We charge it at the totem pole here. And that is an Ardoin task. And that's not out yet. So, yeah. Teleport to the Ranging Guild. And that is the Seers Village hard set. Given by Sir King Camelot Castle. There we go. Let's go there. We can go to Camelot Castle. So now we have this combat bracelet that we need when the Ardoin task set is added. I think we're just gonna keep it, honestly. It's definitely less work than getting the Dagonhai and the Elite Black back. It's gonna take up an inventory slot, but for things that actually matters, it's not actually gonna be a problem. Sir K! About the task system. Greetings, Sir K. I've completed all the hard tasks in Seers Village set. May I have a reward? Well done, young sir. It must be a mighty adventure indeed to have completed the hard tasks. You hand Sir K your headband, and he concentrates for a moment. Some mysterious knightly energy passes through his hands, and he gives the headband back to you along with an old lamp. While wearing it, flax will give you 120 flax per day. Will also make you faster at spinning. And that's kind of where it stops. Faster spinning wheel in Seers Village to go with your 120 flax per day. And the headband that doesn't do light yet. The lamp, which is 10,000 herbal XP. There is one more reward. We need to get regular Excalibur back. Can I just get that back from somewhere? Probably just from the lake. Yeah. Makes sense. To the Lady of the Lake. For the other reward. It is just outside, because we're already here in Camelot. Talk to the Lady of the Lake. Or, we were in Camelot, we are in Taverley, yeah. This all gets done. Lady of the Lake, I require Excalibur. And not just Excalibur. As we're about to see. Let's run all the way over to this peninsula. On this little lake here. With hot air balloon. Got all those. Excalibur. Pay 500 coins for Excalibur? Yeah. And Excalibur. Excalibur. Sir K said you'd reward me. They kind of cut him off, but he was saying all sorts of things that don't exist, so. Indeed. I hear that you have earned his trust. You shall be rewarded handsomely. Lady of the Lake reaches out and touches the blade Excalibur. Seems to vibrate with new power. What does that do then? The enhanced Excalibur is wielded in your left hand. Not until 2013. Not you're right. His blade is far more powerful. As powerful as a rune longsword. Again, until 2013, where it becomes as strong as a what would be an offhand whip. But there is no offhand weapons, so can't really use it. Thanks. What it also does, though, is on activation as a special attack is a super defense boost and heals you for 20% of your total health. So almost as good as a shark every 5 minutes and a defense boost. That's pretty good. I'll take it. It's gonna destroy the headband here. Don't need that. And really doesn't do much in terms of actually having the headband. I'm gonna go use up these bones, plant these pineapple seeds, keep this bracelet, keep the Excalibur for the heals, and the defense boost is nice too. And that's fine in terms of inventory space. I'm very get backable. Just a nice free heal. Pretty cool. Yeah. We got through that. And actually managed to do all the tasks again. Unlike Falador, we still don't have that U seed and rune crafting level. Well, anyways. Should be getting to another quest next time. Goodbye.